Hey YouTube, Bear Prepper here. Well, I got some bad news. First time ever, battery died, didn't know it, right in the middle of my corned beef brisket. The only good news is I took a break because I was tired because it was such a big bowl of meat. So when I went to turn it back on, I at least had some meat left to do. Alright, so I pulled my brisket out of the crock. And this is what we got. Smells like corned beef. Looks like corned beef. Ugh. And so all I'm going to do now, is I'm going to take a teaspoon, about a teaspoon of pickling spice. It's mostly mustard seeds that you would use, so pour that in your jar. There's other things in your pickling spice, but it will be perfectly fine. And put a teaspoon of pickling spice in your jar. And then I'm going to cut up my meat. I'm looking for a knife. And put it in my jars. And the reason I'm cutting my meat is to get it in the jars. Otherwise, I wouldn't cut it. Now, you drain off your liquid from your crock and throw it away. Do not use it. I'm going to use regular water, and that'll take some of the salt out of it. I did rinse the meat. Oh, and the one thing I wanted to tell you, you won't find this as pink as you would in the store because I don't use saltpeter. Saltpeter is what makes corned beef pink. That bright pink color that you see. So don't expect to see that. I also wanted to remind you, it's better to do this in the winter than in the summer. If your house isn't cool, you will have spoiled meat. So, if you need to do it in the summer, put it in your refrigerator for the 4 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. Make sure you turn it, because that's what allows the brine to get everywhere and really get absorbed into the meat. It's probably too big for that. Let's see. So that's all I'm doing is I'm just shoving it in the jars. As is. Well, that's not going to fit. I need something a little smaller. And I'm tired. This was a lot of meat. I'm going to freeze some of this, so I'm not going to cut it all up. And I already set some aside, some of the prettiest pieces aside for my family, because they all wanted one. Since Mama cooks for me, she can have one. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there with the camera. And I did trim some more of the fat off of it on a couple of pieces. But see, doesn't that look pretty? Not a thing wrong with it. Ugh. Oh, there's a small one. Yeehaw, almost done. Probably one more jar, maybe 2, and we'll have it done. And I'll come back. We're going to pressure can it at 10 pounds of pressure for 90 minutes because it's meat. Now, the next step, let me rinse off my hands, is we're going to take water. It doesn't have to be boiling water. I've had mine sitting in a jug because I like the minerals and stuff to dissipate. And you need to fill the jar with water just below this line. And I'm getting the air bubbles out so the water goes down and the air bubbles come up. Otherwise your jar will end up half empty. See, there's air bubbles down there. So you want to get those out. Okay. Then we're going to wipe the rim. And I made this one really dirty. So I'm going to wipe it a couple times. Got my lids back here soaking in hot water. Screw it on. And there we go. Corned beef in a jar. Okay, the pressure's down to 0. The little popper is down. Pull the cap off. Remember, open it, tilting away from you. Very, very hot. It smells wonderful in here. It smells like corned beef. I'll pull them out. They are boiling. Oh, what a wonderful smell. So I was able to can 19 jars of homemade corned beef. And I have one in my freezer. And I don't know why I was going to say and. So now I'm just going to let these cool overnight and check them tomorrow, and then wait another day and check them again. Let's see if I can turn it where you can see the meat in one of them. Well, kind of hard to see in any of them. Let's zoom her in. Alright, there you go, YouTube. Home canned corned beef. You're going to love the smell when it pressure cans.